Hi, Russell. Just wanted to know a couple of things. Firstly, your assessment for Bangladesh. You think it was what deciding to bowl first? Your assessment for the day, but also would like to know how you felt when the play was delayed at the start and whether that cost Bangladesh, a vital half an hour.
Afternoon, yeah, look, that wasn't great. I think 10 o'clock and a 10:30 starts, a little bit of a difference. So that half an hour delay didn't help us at all. And we didn't start well straight after that little hiccup. I think we bowled pretty averagely in the first session, but then came back superbly well after lunch and after tea. And I suppose it's pretty even day at the moment. They've only got 230, and if we can nip out 2 in the morning, puts us in a good position. But yep, the first that half an hour break, I don't think it did any team any favors. And pretty disappointing. But then came back really well after lunch.
Ekush?
Tell us about Mehdi Hassan Mira's fielding, especially that run out. Was that very special?
Yeah, look, it's one of the best run-outs I've seen. He's been an amazing cricketer for us with bat, ball, and in the field. He's taken some good catches, great energy, great attitude. And that was a special run-out from a guy that's really confident in his game at the moment. So it was very pleasing to see.
Tawhid.
Hi, Russell. 2 questions. Firstly, given all of your local knowledge and Alan Donald's local knowledge of local conditions, were you sort of very disappointed by just how badly the bowlers kind of missed their lengths in that first session, and the fact that it took up until lunchtime to kind of get that right? And then secondly, yeah, you've obviously gone in with the 4 frontline bowlers, and that very much seems to be your blueprint for success off the back of that New Zealand win. But in these sorts of conditions, do you think that, a 5th bowler would have been beneficial?
Look, firstly, regarding the disappointing start, it's a very inexperienced bowling attack. Khalid's playing his 4th test match. Everott's our most experienced with 12. His last test match was probably 3 months ago when we were in New Zealand. So we bowled poorly in that first session. But hopefully the boys have learned from that. They're obviously a little bit nervous, all eager, excited to try and bowl on a wicket that they think's going to help them a little bit, and maybe just lost their disciplines a little bit. And there's good learning in all of us for that. And hopefully they'd have learned a lot from it, because they were superb after lunch. Then regarding the 5 bowler thing, it would be ideal to have 5 bowlers. And I suppose that's where the all-rounder like a Shakib makes such a big difference. You're not sure, do you strengthen your batting or do you strengthen your bowling? We felt that with the way Miraj is bowling, he can bowl a lot of overs and try and tie up an end-fast, and we can keep rotating the seamers on the other end. And that's a tough ask for the seamers, because they've put in some hard work here today on a wicket that probably hasn't done as much as we thought it would do. But until we find somebody that can bowl some overs for us in Shakib's absence, that's a form that we've got to try and make the best of at the moment.
Firdaus, hi. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you. Hi, Russell. Russell, everybody's been talking about this Kingsmead pitch and saying they've never seen it like this before. I mean, you've seen it a lot. Is it vastly different, and what makes it so? Is it something completely unusual that we kind of a pitch from outer space?
Yeah, look, I think it's actually a pretty good wicket. It's an even covering of grass. I've been here where the grass is a lot greener than it is today. It's pretty evenly paced. Obviously, I think spin's definitely come into the game as the game progresses. But a pretty stock standard Kingsmead wicket that we come to expect over the last couple of years. It didn't do anything untoward. Run scoring was a bit harder when the ball got older. But you got value for shots when you play some good cricket shots and you missed your length. So I think it's a pretty good test wicket at the moment.
BD Quick Time.
Robert Bay, thank you. Russell, this is Yam from BD Quick Time. I have a question. Tamim is not in the 11 because of his illness. Can the scenario be like this, that he is in the 11 not fielding the first day, later serving the batting unit. What is your thought about this?
Say that again, sir, regarding Tamim.
Tamim is not in the 11 because of his illness, and looks like seems he can get better the next day. So as Bangladesh are fielding first, can the scenario be like he is not fielding today but batting later on the day?
No, sir. He's not allowed to play. He's out the game. The game started without him. He can't play, sir.
Okay. Next question, Ronnie.
Hi, Russell. How big a blow it was when Tamim was ruled out at the last moment? And my second question is whether the new bowler is available in a few overs. So how would you like your bowlers to go actually tomorrow about the business?
I missed the first part of your question, but regarding the new ball, look, I think we've kept it nice and tight, particularly in this last session. So the new ball, I think, is maybe 4 overs away. Obviously, it'd be fantastic if we can pick up 1 or 2 with the new ball and try and get into the African tail. But look, we've got to keep it as simple as possible. We've got to be consistent tomorrow morning because statistically, it showed Kingsmead today, average score day 1, 240 for 5, they 235 for 4, whatever it's going to be. So it's not generally a high scoring 400, 450. And if we can keep them to somewhere just on 300, 320, that we're very much in the contest. Can you just repeat your first question, please, sir?
Yeah, exactly. The question was how big a blow it was when Tamim was ruled out in the last month.
Yeah, obviously he's an important player for us. He gives us good impetus. He's an experienced player for us in this format. He hasn't played a test match for a while, so I'm sure he's also very disappointed to have missed today's game.
Isam, do you have a second question?
Yeah, Russell, Khalid played today. Obviously, Shoriful must have been a tough decision for you, but how did you see? How do you rate Khalid as a bowler? Because he doesn't really play that often.
No, look, Shariful's injured. He's carrying a bit of an ankle niggle, and that's why he didn't play. He missed out on selection through to some niggles in his back and his ankle, and going in with 4 bowlers, we couldn't risk somebody that's 50-50. We needed to make sure he's 100% fit. I really enjoy what Khalid offers us. He runs in hard. He bowled 1 ball at 144 k's an hour. He's only playing in his 4th test match, and that's the challenge, is that he's still very inexperienced, but his attitude's been fantastic. He's bowling with good pace, good control, and I see him playing a lot of test match crickets for Bangladesh going forward. There's no doubt about that.
We'll take the last 2 questions. Craig.
Hi, thank you. Hi, Russell. Were you surprised the umpires took the players off when they did? The lights still look quite good, and obviously that sets a precedent for the rest of the match with some bad weather predicted as well.
Look, I suppose that it's all about player safety. I think 25. I can't remember too many test matches going past 20 past 5 in Durban over the last 5 or 6 years. So I think we did well to stay out that long. And look, I think it's all about player safety. And not for me to comment on the umpire's decision. Yeah, we'll see how it goes going forward. But we got pretty much to a full day's cricket today, so that's pretty good because that doesn't happen too often in Durban.
Thanks.
Last question, Tawhid.
Yeah, Russell, can you give us your insight into the decision to bowl first?
The decision to bowl first. Look, end of the day, Bangladesh are trying to find and improve the test match cricket. There is still obviously a little bit of a uncertainty regarding their batting on wickets that maybe offer a little bit of pace and bounce, and it's still something that we're trying to address as a coaching team and senior players to have the confidence to make those decisions, that when it is tough and tricky to maybe be willing to front up and stuff. The merits in bowling, the merits in batting. I think the stats over the last 10 years is maybe 60 or 58, 42 in favor of batting first. So there's not too much in it. A little bit of cloud cover this morning. It would have been nice if we started at 10 o'clock, that half an hour. Just gave the clouds a bit of time to burn off, which didn't help us. But I think that's a little bit it. I think there's a little bit of insecurity maybe about batting under foreign conditions where we're not that used to. A lot of young players coming here. I think Joy, his first test match here, Shadman, his first test match here. Shanto's first test match here. And we still need to develop that self-belief and that confidence to go out there when the wickets are tough and say, no, we're going to front up and bat under these conditions, and have the confidence in our ability to do that. We're still a long way from that, and we're still trying to find that particular space within our group.
I think we have come to the end of the press conference today. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.